Greetings and welcome everyone to Aven Colony and to the final of the campaign missions, Tenari Glacier. This small colony near Tenari Glacier is in trouble right now and you'll need to start by stabilizing it. After you rescue the colony, you must grow it into a large enhancer manufacturing center. Despite the cold climate, the xenostage used in the manufacture of most enhancers grows extraordinarily well here. Once your colony is sufficiently stabilized, we'll also need you to collect, research, and use another unidentified object in the area. Very well. There are in the campaign, or will be eventually, but for the future, excuse me, there will be an additional 5 maps there as well as all of the sandbox maps. I'm not going to check the sandbox, because if I do and I come back here, I'm going to get that blurb about Vanar again. So we're just going to jump straight in. So it's another icy map, so we're probably going to have to deal with this one in a different way. Ooh, air quality alert. Very well. Okay, rescue the colony, then turn it into a large and happy enhancer manufacturing center. Well, funnily enough, I'm fairly certain we're going to be able to make it a happy colony.
I've been informed that you were promoted to commander.
Hooray!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The colony here at Tenari Glacier is having a lot of problems. But don't worry, alright? I've put together a plan and I'll help guide you through it.
Okay. Food warning is low.
I have a new objective that should help address one of the problems facing your colony.
Biggest problem right now is air quality. This is one major cause of the low morale amongst your colonists. Let's start by repairing the broken fan.
Your colony could benefit from a few upgrades.
Okay, we should get another construction drone. That is a good call, because we've only got one. Very well. Let's get that going. We got a couple of nanites. I'm actually going to upgrade this as well, just to get that a little bit closer to being able to sustain everything. Right, next up.
We have a new request for you, boss.
Upgraded twice, yes. That is exactly what I was looking at. Right, we'll speed things up so I can just get the upgrading done a little bit faster. There we go. Right, there we are. So the drones are upgraded. The air intake is upgraded to level 3. We've got warnings on both air quality and food per colonist.
Mission is available.
Okay, let's build an air filter. The ideal location is somewhere toward the opposite end of the colony, near the construction drone hub. What do you mean the opposite end of the colony? I guess over there? Alright. Well, actually, given that we've got this coming through, I mean that's quite central. The problem with opposites is it's hard to place an opposite when you've got something in the middle of things, but we'll try. There we go.
Your colony could benefit from a few
Right, power
upgrades.
may seem like a low priority, but we'll need more power to address our food and water shortages properly. Let's upgrade the geotherm. That is a sound idea. Get that upgraded. Got some migrants. Good, good, good. There we are. Filtration mission is completed. Wonderful. In fact, we're going to upgrade this one straight away. Damn it! Wow. Seriously? No, I want Silent Green. Silent Green. Let's see. Right, geothermal upgrades complete. New missions.
Your colony could benefit from a higher level of food output.
Okay. If we hover over the food indicator, it should tell you your current food production in units per colonist per hour. Build any combination of farms and greenhouses until you reach 25 food per hour. Okay. Barley seems to grow particularly well in this area, so let's start with that. Rightio, what's this currently growing? This is currently growing rice, so I'm going to upgrade that then. And I'm also going to draw this out along here so that I can build more behind. Let's go with barley. 5.3. Let's pop it here so we've got plenty of room to expand it. There we are. In fact, I would like this to be upgraded as well. Okay, and next up, water income. If you hover over the water indicator, it should tell you the current water production in units per hour, per colonist per hour. Build any combination of water pumps and atmospheric condensers until you reach 20 water per hour. And now, pumps are generally so much better. But we actually don't have that many locations that are good for it. Usually not too bad around geotherms, but not in this case. Let's see. Pulls moisture directly from the atmosphere to extract small amounts of water. It's less effective than a water pump in wet areas, but is able to generate water anyway. 40% productivity. No, we'll go with a regular water pump. We'll just have to do it by running this out here. There we go, and we'll pop that down there. There we go. That should help us. Now, how's our food income? Stupidly low still. So we're going to want to try and build that up. And to this end, we're going to build around a nice little circle of... nice little kind of block of tunnels. Or rather, the block has a tunnel perimeter. We're going to upgrade this as well, and we're also going to upgrade this. Get the most out of our farms we possibly can. Now, we're going to want this one upgraded further. There we are. Now, unfortunately, our workers are so unhappy that it is making things a little bit harder for us to do. Let's go for at least one greenhouse, I think. Melons, no. Broccoli's doing quite well. Oh, that is really low. I mean, it's saying it's doing well, but in actual fact, no, not so much. That is not a bad little spot for broccoli. Especially because it'll provide through the winter as well. Sure, we'll get that. There we go. Now then, I would like possibly another broccoli farm here. Sure. We'll continue to build on the fact that we've got some decent broccoli over there. Now, what do you want?
What do we want? Job!
Really? You telling me that we've only got 95% jobs filled? Come on now. There's 38% unemployment. And you're saying you don't have enough jobs? Really? 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 You scallywags. Alright, let's upgrade this. Also check on our overall air quality. I mean, it's slowly improving, but it's a bit hard to see. I mean, we can clearly see that this is an orange, so we know it's getting better. But one of the better ways to look at that and see that something is actually happening is by going into the graph. Not all time, like last sol, perhaps, or, well, actually, all time is near enough what we've got right now. Actually, air quality, air quality was 63% down there, and yet it looks to be getting worse as we go along. That doesn't make too much sense, honestly. I mean, the graph is tending upwards, but apparently that's not all that it takes. Right, let's drop that. Now we're going to have a fair old bit of pollution around this side, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to place another large air intake over there to help with that. Right, we've gotten food income up. Hooray! We've also got water income up. Hooray!
A new mission is available.
Let's build a second construction drone hub in the fertile area. Place it in range to pick up the cargo pod. Yeah, I thought that one was likely to be one of our next objectives there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And again, I'm actually going to go for a high tier one. Just because I would like to get quite a lot of building done over here, so it makes sense to have that. Now, what's our population like? 33% unemployment. Wow. That is actually genuinely quite bad. And we don't really need this upgraded, but I'm going to upgrade it anyway. There we go. And once they've finished upgrading that, I'm going to pick this up. There we go. Right, I would like... Well, we don't... Well, it's still fairly low, apparently. Dangerously low on the water. I'm not liking either of those right now. Now let's see what we've just done.
With Commissioner Veronica, and I'd like to make
control hub.
A new mission is available.
Now we need a source of metals. Very well, very well. Build a cargo. Pick up the cargo pod. Doink. Now, source of metals. We have some metals over here. And connecting to them should not be too difficult. So draw that out. In fact, get ready to pick up a couple of things. Like so. And then we'll draw one out across there as well. So that means we want another large drone. A large construction drone building. Let's have a look. Plenty of good things. Yeah. Water is still low. Air quality is marginal. It's getting a little bit better. Little tiny bit better over time. Now, the moment we build all of this, it's going to impact our air quality again. So, the reason why I wanted to get everything sorted is I want a air filter right here, because this is where all of this is going to be entering the colony from. Draw it to there. And yeah, we're close enough that we should actually be able to draw from this hub, even from over here. Yeah, fairly easily. I mean, they'll have a bit of a walk, so what I will do is drop down an apartment once I've got the ability to, just so that they can move out there if they want to. There we are. Spend a little bit of time. It's going to take us a little bit.
We have a new request for you.
Build a nanite processor to convert iron and copper into nanites. Ooh, do I have enough? I do not. I do not have enough. Ah, that is unfortunate. I built too many things. Okay, well, how much do I need for that? I need 14 nanites. Is there any way to get nanites back? I'll recover 1 nanite per section of track, so yeah, sure. Let's recycle these. That's all I need. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. I was expecting to get something back from completing that, but no, apparently not. But there we go. We're producing our own nanites now. Almost doomed us there. My bad, everyone. There we go. We got 6 nanites.
Well
Hooray.
done. I'm pleased with the progress of your colony.
Thank you.
may select
45 nanites, please. There we are. We'll go ahead and upgrade that. And then we'll immediately build another mine. And upgrade this one.
I hope you're keeping the happiness of your colonists in mind as you grow your colony. Remember,
Yay!
we're all in this together.
My average morale is it's still fairly low, actually. It's going to be a little while before we can get that all the way up, but we'll get there. Sooner or later, it will happen. There we are. Now we're bringing in loads of iron all of the time. Let's upgrade that to tier 2 as soon as we can. There we go. Right, let's have a look now. 69, still actually pretty bad. Still pretty bad. Okay, let's have a look at our air right now. 68. We're seeing seriously improved quality of air in this central part. I guess over here would be a good place to have something. Sure, okay. Once I've got enough, we will plonk down an air intake. Higher air quality. We have been authorized to reward you if your colony reaches overall air quality of level 93. Ooh, that would be nice. I can't deny it. I'm thinking an air intake right here, perhaps, would help a fair bit. So let's get that up and running. And we'll upgrade that as we can, all the way up to the highest tier. There we go. That should make a reasonable impact. Now, what tier is this? It's actually the lowest tier, and we need more people right now. We've actually got a lower than... we've got a lower population than the jobs that we need filled, so let's get that going. And we'll wait on the next upgrade as well. Generally speaking, I think we've done a fair job of bringing this colony back from the brink. Though that little nanite debacle, let's try and forget about that. Let's just not report that back to anyone. I think that would be wise. Yes. Right, okay. Well, that should help out a ton. We're down to 79% of our housing capacity used and 81% of our jobs have been filled. So now comes the time to just wait for a little while. Oh, there we go. We've got a shipe.
Hello, Commander.
Hello.
I've set the comm channel to private. During the mission to Azara Falls, I spoke with you regarding the security issue on the colony ship.
Yes.
I wanted to briefly update you on the situation.
Okay.
The unusual behavior has continued, and we're more convinced than ever that there's an infiltrator. We've seen several secure locations accessed without authorization, and the infiltrator has an uncanny ability to avoid our security scanners. The fact that the intruder has been able to evade detection for so long is deeply concerning. I suspect Calandra in particular may have somehow been affected by the object she discovered during the Sandy Gulch
I was thinking
expedition.
that might be the case.
Despite our best efforts, we've been unable to link her with any of the observed phenomena. Please pay very close attention and notify me immediately if you observe anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Though, the reason why I suspected Calandra is simply because in the Azara Falls mission, she was saying, I can't remember anything about the object, I don't know what's going on. That could genuinely be the case. Or it could be a case of she just doesn't want to tell us. Now, the other thing with that, though, is that Jack is the one that's directly researching that object. It would be very convenient and very easy to blame Calandra, but Jack has probably got more contact with the alien artifacts than Calandra does at this point. Right, how are we doing for food? Yeah, we've got 26.4 per colonist, which is excellent. That's nice. 13.6 per colonist, marginal on the water, but it's going up. It is going up. I want something to make people a little bit more happy. Let's get a bar and grill, shall we? We all know that our colonists will enjoy it. We'll get a bar and grill in there, and we'll set it, we'll keep it on bistro mode, so that it's generally just helping people with the food quality, and that should, in turn, rise people's morale a tiny, tinsy-wincy little bit. We can then maybe build a park or something, because that'll also passively help with the air quality in this place. And as far as places I would like to park, I would say, yeah, over there is a pretty good one, actually. And then we'll build up and around it. Look at all these people walking back and forth. They've got a long journey, to be fair, to get down here to all these jobs. So, I think getting ourselves a new apartment complex over here. It'll only have 16 jobs, but, yeah, you know, it'll be good. It'll be useful to us. Maybe even 2, to be perfectly honest, because the amount of jobs, yeah, we'll have 2. We will have 2. And then we're going to draw this out and connect it up here. Yes, because that will give us an option for like a 2-tile thing in there, while still giving us some spaces around there. And we would still have everything connected via the tunnel network. Right, insufficient power. Ooh. Time for us to build a geotherm in that case. Now we're going to have a little bit of a wait to get all of the nanites. Shouldn't be too much of a wait, thankfully, because we are producing 1.5 nanites per tick, it seems. And in just a moment, there we go. Bomb. There we are. That should solve our power woes. There we are, bistro. Currently improving food quality once again. So have a look at the food quality. The food quality is back to being excellent now. I'm extremely pleased with that. Right, but that isn't the only thing we want. We do want... this can more or less reach everything if I place it here. So let's place it there. But this one is going to be... let's have an entertainment happiness. So it'll give us 40 units of entertainment happiness, which I think will greatly improve people's overall morale. Average health is 100% right now. That's quite nice. 0 unemployment. That's very nice. Let's actually look at my colonists. What are your concerns, my people? Consumption? Whether colonists have access to consumer goods they crave. Crime and crowding. I mean, crowding is going to be a difficult one for me to fix right now. Crime is definitely something we should look into, though. Let's have a quick gander. Oh, my lord! We have unintentionally allowed this to descend into a hive of scum and villainy once again. Damn it! Okay. Well, let's get that sorted then, shall we? We'll have a crime... sorry, a security drone right there. I so want to call them security scuzzers because of Startopia. I so want to call them security scuzzers. Also, security scuzzers are so ridiculously cute. Plodding around on their little robot legs. Marching people off to the cells. Ah, good times. Right. We're also going to have one over here. To help with this area. Needs to happen. There we go. Now let's have a watch of this crime. I want all the crime gone right now. There we go. That's better. Still not too great over there. I may have to get some more security drones around that area. But the drones are doing a good job. As they patrol, crime drops sharply. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Alright, alright. We will have another one over here. And this one will be placed... it's kind of hemmed in there, so I don't really want to mess with that too much. I'm going to have this one... Yeah, I'm going to place it right there. There we go, and we'll build it up. And that should give me enough deterrent to crime that we're not going to have to worry about it unless we grow significantly from this little area here. Let's have a quick gander. We got 16 nanites for improving morale to 80, and we got growing the colony to 100, got 15 nanites as well. So that means we're going to start seeing referendums, which is great, because it means that we're going to be able to start putting in the repair drone policy, which is so important, in my opinion. Also, I've been told by the devs that they, well, actually they made an announcement that they are going to be making it so that when the repair drone policy is used, they can just repair tunnels that get broken by lightning. So good.
I have a request for you from the inhabitants of the colony.
I won? What? I won a referendum already? What?
A new mission is available.
Okay. Despite the cold climate, the fertile area near this colony are uniquely suited to growing alien plant species. Our long-term goal is to build this colony into one that can manufacture a variety of enhancement substances. Please construct a research center and a chemical plant, and then use them to research and manufacture 250 amberjoy. Oh, I like amberjoy. It's one of the few substances that I think is okay. We will... We'll build it out a little bit further, just to make sure we've got plenty of... Like, we'll have space for maybe a greenhouse and one high-tier farm. There we go. And we'll just finish that off as well. There we go. Right, our population is growing quite nicely. Let's check on our people. Health is fantastic. I'm really happy with that, actually. Health is really, really good. Let's actually check on them again, though. Consumption, commute is starting to be a little bit of a problem. Crowding is generally... I mean, it's not great, but it's not terribly bad. Crime is pretty much non-existent. Hooray! We have made a place without any crime! And apparently I've already had my referendum, but I cannot use this. Requires one referendum victory. I need a research center. Okay, well, that's fine then. Research center is significantly easier to build than many of the other things. We do, however, require more... Well, no, we don't really need more habitats, actually. Well, what we do need is one up here, though. That being said, yeah, we definitely do need something up here, because they're going to have a huge commute time getting over here. Either that, or just a couple of apartments dotted around... That's a possibility, but I would favor an actual habitat here. So I'm going to go for a habitat over anything else. We are probably in a position where we can... Yeah, we're making loads of iron, so let's go ahead and build a second nanite fabricator. We'll place this nanite fab... we can place it really wherever we want. We'll place it there. There we go. And that should greatly help us in our building endeavors. Now, the research center is a 3x3. We will be able to fit it in this space here and build out roads around it. That should be fine. Or tunnels. I always call them roads, but they are in fact tunnels. But before we do that, I do think it's important that we get a habitat over here. Now, the habitat, I'm thinking, would benefit from being just a tad closer. Just close enough to reach all of the bars, though we are going to ultimately need some sort of entertainment and the like up here as well. But we'll pop the habitat there so that they can access the farms, and generally people will be able to move over here in order to get to their jobs, and it'll be so much better for them. Right, okay, so I'm going to look at building up the research center as soon as we got the 64 nanites, which is going to take us a while, but we are making a lot of nanites right now, which is great. We were probably digging into our reserves right now. They're probably going down rather than being stabilized. Rather than being stable, rather. There we go. One more time. There we go. And we can place that right there. And then build up and around it, I think. There we are. Or as soon as we get enough nanites to finish that off. And there we go. Bonk. There we go. Fantastic. Let's check on the air quality. We don't want to lose that after working so hard to get it nice and high. No, actually, it's still pretty good. Ah, that's actually better than I was expecting, I'll be honest with you. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, crime still looks okay. I'm pleased. How are we doing for food? Generally speaking, we're doing quite well, though. Water is a little bit of a concern. I'll be honest with that one. Now, policies. Can we not do this yet? I've got to win a referendum victory, but apparently I already won the referendum, even though I never had one. Oh, you scallywags. I guess I'm going to have to wait until the next referendum time, possibly, and the game will be unstuck. Let's keep our fingers crossed, everyone, because we do need that referendum victory. We actually genuinely need it. Right, we've got to make a bunch of amberjoy. So, let's research amberjoy, and that's going to need xenosage and calco spores. So for that, we're also going to need xenosage. Now, apparently this stuff grows amazingly well over here. 12.4, yes please. And also calco. Not as good. We'll wait for that to be built first, so I know where it's going to drop its farms. Oh, actually, most of them were outside. Okay. Calco spores, 8.4, 8.8, 8.6. What about down here? I'm okay with an 8.6, sure. We'll drop it there then. There we go. I'll also get a small greenhouse, I think, for calco. 4.8 there, 5.5 donk. I'm not sure how much that's going to produce. I've still not really quite worked it out in that when I'm moving this around, tiny movements change the predicted outcome, but the ghosted image always stays the same. Let's actually check if this is 5.5 or 4. I'm going to have to wait until spring.
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees your citizens the right
Hooray!
to vote for their colony governor.
Thank goodness.
It looks like that time is upon us again.
We'll wait for that to get all the way up. 4.2. Okay, so it is just 4.2 that we're getting from that. Worth knowing. The other things that I'm thinking of grabbing early on. Food-wise, we're doing okay. But, you know what? It might not be a bad idea to go for something else that grows particularly well. Wheat is not a slouch. So, what I would love is for the wheat to be up there, but that's just not going to happen. We're going to end up with like a little space in there that's not used for anything, which does pain me somewhat. Alternatively, you know what? No. What we're going to do... I'm going to use this space for something worthwhile. And I know it's going to make my colony not look exactly symmetrical, etc., etc., etc. All of this stuff that's going to rot my brain. Don't worry, you're not going to suffer alone. But this does give me a little bit of space because I need some things to keep the morale up over here. So what I can do now is for all of these farmers, well, we're gonna have a little bar tucked around behind the greenhouses. You know, for all of these hard-working men and women who just after a long, arduous day's shift in the farms,
colonists are complaining about inadequate water supplies.
they can go to the bar and consume alcohol and enhancers. I'm not making any, but they can. Later. Right now, though, we'll also have a bistro, so a bar and a bit of a restaurant. There we are. And eventually, we'll have something else, and that will keep this population over here quite happy. Now, we do need to deal with that water situation, though, and actually, that's not a bad one, right there. Sure, that actually works out super well. Yeah, do we really need that? Food quality is already excellent, so no, we'll go with lounge then, since food quality is so good. There we go. Excellent. And that actually turns into a nice little area there. I'm actually quite pleased with that.
There's a referendum election coming up soon.
There's too many people where I live. I miss the shopping centres on the colony ship. This colony doesn't take law and order. What? You're kidding me. Doesn't take law and order seriously? Have you looked at the crime rates? They're at an all-time low. Ah. Well, actually, how happy? You're 82% happy, so basically you're just looking for something to complain about, and you picked on law. That's kind of cruel, because I was sort of happy about that, but fine. If that's the way you want to play it, sure. Whatever. Scallywags. I would like... Yeah, you know what? Since air moves down there, and air can move down here, it does hit this fan, but yeah, I'm going to put another air intake fan over here as well. Right there. Now then, water should be improving. As far as our jobs feel, it's fairly low, unfortunately. Let's upgrade that. Let's also research some more stuff. Now we've got amberjoy, and we can start working on that pretty much whenever we want. But we're also going to look at xeno incense. I think that would be a good one. Now, the unfortunate thing over here is that I don't think our one little immigration center is now adequate for the amount of people trying to join this colony. So I'm going to place another immigration center right there. However, normally I like to place down an air intake near an immigration center or any kind of shipping sort of thing, because, you know, they do produce pollution. This time we won't, though. We're going to place a park because it has a small effect on people, on the air quality, and on morale. So, you know, they can come down here if they're feeling a little bit queasy after their possibly rough, turbulent filled ride down from the colony ship. They can just go into the park, sit down, calm down, be in a nice, serene, lovely environment full of fresh air and plants and maybe some birds. I don't know if we've actually got birds in there. It might just be plants. But just chill out, get your bearings again, then report to the administration and be assigned your job and habitation module. There we go. We'll upgrade that as well because we are going to have an increased rate of colonist uptake. This is still very low. Let's watch that over a little bit of time.
I've consulted with the inhabitants of the colony, and they've given me some feedback that might help.
I'm not liking that. Not liking that. We need some more water again. Okay. We definitely need a little bit more. There's 0.7 down there. Have we got any decent ones up there? No. How about over here? 0.7s. And there's some good water in that direction, but fine, I'll put a 0.8 there, and then we'll just build out to it. There we go, and then we can run something along the back as well. Maybe even a storage, because with all of the water that we're going to be producing, that is going to become an issue. Now, to make the amberjoy, we actually need a chemical plant, and I think the chemical plant would be better down here, honestly. I'm thinking maybe putting the chemical plant there. Oh no, we want that for a tunnel. We'll put the chemical plant down around here. So let's pop that down there. And then also we want to be researching something else.
Hi, boss. I've compiled some feedback to help guide you in the upcoming referendum election.
Makes users work 35% more efficiently. Damages health and happiness when withdrawn. Not sure about that one. Bliss. A powder that seems to enable profound happiness. Causes the opposite effect when withdrawn. I'm not sure I like any of these things, I'll be honest. I'm not... I'm just not down with the whole... I'm definitely not going for mind mold. I don't want a completely catatonic populace who just do whatever I tell them. Where's the fun in that? No, we'll go with Starglow. Go ahead and have a look at that. Too many people where I live. I'm out of work and I feel useless. Really? Well, there's 1% unemployment. That's actually surprising. Right. First and foremost, I want that upgraded. Then I want Amberjoy, antibiotics, antivirals. We're not really making enough food to make those. And then Xeno Incense. Research complete. Thank you very much. And with that, I think I would also like some health care for my people. We'll have to build another hospital over by the area up top as well to help out with the farms, but this will do for now. Plus the antibiotics and antivirals will really help there. I think kind of midway between both hubs, we'll also go for... Sure, we'll get a VR center. I think that'll cheer up a lot of people, actually. Go ahead. We'll provide services to pretty much everywhere, and we'll take services from the habitats. There we are. Ooh, lack of power. Wasn't paying attention to that. That was my bad. Man, that's miles away. Okay, that's unfortunate. So, we're going to need to set up a power area. But for that, I'm going to need to let a little bit of time pass and gather up some nanites. But that's going to come in the next episode, I think. We've made a good start on this little area. It's quite centralized for my usual stuff. Usually I try to have things a little bit more spread out, or at least in the recent episodes, and I quite like that. But this is off to a good start, I think. We are going to be able to make something truly marvelous with this colony, and I hope you're going to be joining me for that. But until next time, and as ever, take care, everyone.